If you're someone who feels trapped in the relentless pursuit of success, if you've considered leaving it all behind, this story might resonate with you. I am not content with adopting a spiritual practice that is popular in the United States. Buddhism has a higher power with all the spiritual guidance without all the fairy tales. In a society that often equates success with material wealth and societal status, my decision to opt out will stand as a bold act of rebellion. And I don't care what anyone says. Many of us grapple with the question, why are we here? And what is the purpose of our existence? It's about me, a man who wants to abandon his former life and choose to become a Buddhist monk in Thailand. I'll explain the compelling reasons I want to leave the rat race and embrace a life of simplicity and spirituality. I began my journey in life much like many others. I had dreams, ambitions, and a desire to make a mark on the world. But nepotism mixed with corruption devastated me. For years, I ran through the maze of Western civilization, chasing promotions, chasing money, chasing validation. But the harder I ran, the emptier I became. Because the truth is, in the so-called modern world, we are not really living. We are performing. We are wearing masks. Layer after layer, mask after mask, hiding the fragile human spirit beneath a mountain of expectations. And every morning, I would wake up with the same weight in my chest, the same question scratching at the inside of my skull. Is this it? Is this all life is supposed to be? I watched people around me drown in noise, their souls buried in consumerism, their minds shackled by competition. Everyone trying to outshine the other, but in the end, no one is truly shining. I saw corruption in the places we were told to trust. I saw greed celebrated as ambition. I saw neighbors become enemies over scraps of success. And I realized, this race we run every day, it isn't leading us anywhere. It's a wheel. And like rats, we just keep spinning. Something inside me finally broke. Or maybe something inside me finally woke. One night, staring at the ceiling of a dark office, I made a decision. Not just a decision, a vow. I would walk away. I would stop running. I would no longer trade my soul for a paycheck, my peace for possessions, my truth for acceptance. I would leave it all behind the rat race, the chaos, the masks, and step into a different kind of life. A life of stillness, a life of discipline, a life of surrender. I'll walk away from my lucrative career and jet off to Southeast Asia. But why Bangkok, Thailand? What is it about this particular country that draws me in, besides my love of Thai food? It's the land of golden temples and ancient forests, where monks in saffron robes walk barefoot at dawn, bowls in hand, collecting nothing more than the generosity of strangers. Here, I'll find a path older than empires, a path that does not measure life in profits, but in presence, not in achievements, but in awakening. Perhaps it was the allure of the Golden Temple, the promise of inner peace, or the chance to explore a different way of life. Whatever the reason, I'll set foot on Thai soil ready for a new chapter. I'll find my way down to a remote monastery, nestled amidst lush jungles and tranquil rice paddies. I'll enter the monastery gates as a foreigner, a Westerner carrying decades of noise inside me. Hopefully the monks won't look at me as an outsider, but more so as a seeker. Becoming a monk is not an escape. It is confrontation. Every day I'll face my cravings, my fears, my attachments in my old life. I'll let go of my ego that once demanded applause, now will learn to bow. The man who once lived for the future will now dissolve into the now. Scripture will become my teacher. The Dhamma will become my compass. The Vinaya, the monastic code, will become my guardrail, keeping me from straying back into the chaos. I'll shave off my head, symbolizing my commitment to shedding my old self and embracing the life of a monk. This act of self-transformation is not merely symbolic. It represents my desire to start anew, to cleanse myself of the complexities and burdens of my past life. As I put on the saffron robe, I will take on a new identity, a new set of rules, and a new set of values. I can only imagine the first morning the gong shakes me from sleep at 4 a.m. The air will be heavy with silence. We sit cross-legged on the hardwood floor, breathing in unison. breathing as if for the first time. Hours pass in meditation. My legs ache. My mind screams. Every deadline I ever missed, every mistake I ever made, every ghost of my past paraded through my thoughts. And yet, for the first time, I didn't run from them. I just sat and watched. And little by little, the ghosts grew quiet. My nights will be spent in contemplation and prayer. I will no longer be driven by the relentless pursuit of material success, but by a more profound desire for spiritual growth and enlightenment. My former life will seem like a distant dream. Being ball and chained to my desk the last 30 years will be replaced by the humble wooden huts of the monastery. The competitive, endless grind of the business world replaced by the collaborative spirit of the monastic community. But I am sure my journey will not be without its challenges. There will be moments when my past life will surface, beckon me to come back to madness. Why did I leave my 9-year-old daughter and everyone I knew? I must remind myself I was a slave in my past life, not really living, but fighting to survive every day in complete chaos. That's not peace, but I'll stay committed to my new chosen path. During my time at the monastery, I'll immerse myself in the teachings of Lord Buddha, seeking wisdom and enlightenment. I'll engage in acts of kindness and charity, helping those less fortunate and spreading compassion wherever I can. Life here will be simple. One robe, one bowl. Food is not bought. It is offered. I'll learn to live in harmony with myself and with the world around me, embracing the principles of nonviolence, patience, and forgiveness. My story will be a testament to the power of change, the courage to follow one's calling, and the transformative power of spirituality. There's more to life than the relentless pursuit of wealth and recognition. The ancient texts I will study will speak to my soul, resonating with the longings and struggles I had kept hidden for so long. The practice of meditation will become my solace, a means to quiet the chitter-chatter in my mind. This transformation will finally calm my soul, giving me the peace I've been aching to have for many years. But there will be disciplines and routines I'll have to obey, just like in the modern world, but in a different way. Sleep is not a luxury. It is a floor and a mat. Everything is reduced to essentials, and in that simplicity, I am free. No credit cards, no deadlines, no false smiles at networking events. No more staring at a screen with endless scrolling in search of validation. I will find immense satisfaction in acts of kindness, realizing that true happiness is making a positive impact in the world around me. So now, I live the rest of my days in Thailand, under the shade of Bodhi trees, beside the chants of monks who have walked this path before me. I do not know how many years remain for me, but I know this. I will not spend them in the rat race. When I first thought about coming here, I thought I was giving up. Giving up money. Giving up comfort. Giving up the Western dream. But now I see it differently. I did not give up. I let go. And in letting go, my heart will open up from living 30 years in a cold, miserable modern world. I'll receive what cannot be bought: peace, serenity, wisdom, and freedom. I will no longer be a competitor, no longer a consumer. I will simply be a student of truth. The world may call it giving up, but I call it waking up. And for the first time in my life, I am truly alive. My tale is not merely a mental personal journey, but a commentary on the state of the modern world. Each dawn, I rise not to conquer, but to witness. Each night, I lay down not in exhaustion, but in gratitude. Until next time, may you find peace and enlightenment in your own unique journey. Food for thought. I want to keep making these kind of videos on subjects I think about constantly, since I have yet to turn off my mind. Thank you for watching, and I hope this changed your perspective at least a little on how you view your current life. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already. See you on the next The Red Pill Poetry video.